What's going on, YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm finally back from my little family vacation, and I'm here getting back into the swing of things. We're recording some new Rogue deck videos, and today I've got an insane firebox, and my buddies and I from the Dunsparce TCG team were talking. We're like, all right, how are we going to deal with Mega Venusaur? Like, are we playing Mega Venusaur? Are we destroying Mega Venusaur? Like, what's the vibe? And I'm like, yo, let me try like an Ogerpon box, right? Let me use that Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon and get rid of all the energy. Swing for 280, weakness, KO, boom, we're ready for the Mega format, right? You know, I could put Lily's Clefairy in there, good single prize Pokemon with Lily's Pearl, stuff like that. My buddy was like, no, because discard all the energy, there's a better out. We got to find other fire Pokemon. So I'm sitting, I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, Gouging Fire. We got Sada for, where is it? Sada right here for energy acceleration, as well as Mela. And we have two insane single prize attackers. And if we need to counter some normal type Pokemon like Terapagos and stuff, we got Koraidon, which also just, you know, swings for 180 and is great damage. I mean, Koraidon is probably one of the lesser effective attackers in this deck. I think we can definitely use a second Gouging Fire Chi-Yu in certain situations, but I like having the Koraidon. It's just a nice type versatility. We don't ever have to use it if we don't want to, but anyways, let me break down why I think that this deck is going to get so much better with time, and I'm super excited to play it today. We're playing 3 copies of the Gouging Fire EX, which could get up to 290 HP if you attach the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule to it, since it is an Ancient Pokemon. You've got Heat Blast, which does base 60 damage, so you can take KOs. On the early game, on stuff like Badoos, Clefas, you know, all the like 30 HP support setup Pokemon, which is nice. Same thing on the single prize Gouging Fire. We got Lunge Out for 30 damage. Can also KO the little baby Pokemon, get us an early prize card. But then we've got Sada, which can take energy from our discard pile. We're playing 9 copies of energy, excuse me. You could take, you know, 2 energy from the discard pile and attach 1 to 2 different ancient Pokemon. And then if you do that a couple times and get a little, you know, manual attach in there, you could use Heat Blast and then Blaze Blitz and swing for 260. You know, after 2 turns of setup, and then you can't use Blaze Blitz again until you leave the active spot. I was thinking about using Latias and something like this, but I honestly didn't really mind just retreating and putting the energy back in the discard pile to use Sada and set up other Pokemon. If this did live a hit, I feel like oftentimes it would, you know, sometimes even get KO'd unless we were going for like the big beef Gouging Fire with the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule and Lively Stadium to get up to 320 HP for a basic. So I definitely think there's some good merit to this Gouging Fire. I think it's a very strong attacker. You don't discard your energy. You'll be one-shotting the Mega Venusaurs, no problem. We've got, again, I'll get into them, but amazing single prize attackers in the deck as well. And then more importantly, I like the Dudunsparce engine. I think the Dudunsparce engine is super, super strong right now, especially when you're playing a one-of copy of Dudunsparce EX, because when you're up against decks like Ho-Oh, the Ho-Oh box, the Raging Bolt box, you know, even like Goldengo and stuff like that just puts so many EX Pokemon into play. You could use Tenacious Tail and take insane one-shot KOs, and then your opponent is in a situation, like let's say you're up against Raging Bolt. They fill up the bench with Ogerpons and stuff like that. They either KO Dudunsparce and take 2 prize cards, but then they leave your Gouging Fire, or they KO Gouging Fire, and then you just re-promote Dudunsparce and just kill everything. So I feel like, you know, even though you could shut this draw engine down with Team Rocket's Watchtower, what do you call it? Like the engine is still fine just for the Dudunsparce, and there's so much natural draw in this deck, and I think that's one of the other big things I like over other Ancient Box builds right now. It's kind of fun having like Arven, Iono, Mela, and even Black Belt's Training just to get a little bit higher on the single prize Pokemon. It's just extra support, extra consistency to set up, which is so, so nice. Now, more to the single prize Pokemon. We got the one of Gouging Fire. This was a pre-release card. It's a super cool promo too. With the Blazing Charge attack, you do 170 damage if your opponent has 4 or fewer prize cards remaining. So when Brave Bangle comes out, I think that's a great one of in this deck to attach to something like Gouging Fire, put it up to 200 damage. Boom, you're swinging 400 with weakness on Mega Venusaur EX. If that doesn't become as relevant playing the match out so much, you're still swinging 170, and I think that's where Black Belt's Training is super nice, because now you can push this up to 210. So now you're taking KOs on Pheasantippities, or taking KO on basically every Ogerpon in the game. Like, there's a lot of big attackers right now that 210 actually does fix the math on. So comboing the Gouging Fire with the Black Belt's Training helps a ton. Now, there's also Chi-Yu with Mega Fire Envy. We've seen this a lot of times in the Charizard EX deck to help counter Goldengo, because you could just use Mega Fire Envy. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out, you do 140 damage. Weakness, you're doing 280 against Goldengo. Perfect math. A little bit extra, so you're taking a very nice KO. And then you also have Flare Bringer. So, you know, if you lead Chi-Yu and you've got some energy in the discard pile from, like, you know, your from like Vessels or Secret Box or something like that, you're not in a bad spot at all. I mean, you could use Flare Bringer, and you know, kind of put those energy back into play for yourself. Since you could attach them to one of your Pokemon, you could put that on Chi-Yu. You could put 2 of them just straight up on Gouging Fire, and then you could just manual attach to the next turn, and boom, you're good to go. And yeah, since we're playing the Dunsparce engine, we've got the Fan Rotom, which again is another great early game or pivot attacker if you need a KO Raw Streepy, something like that. We're playing 3 stadiums, so we've got plenty of stadiums, and accounting for many decks playing a bunch of stadiums right now, I feel like Fan Rotom is solid. And like I said, we got a huge supporter line. We got Sada, Arven, Iono, and Mela for consistency, Sada and Mela for energy recycling, while also Black Belts training in Boss's orders to take KOs on things when we need to KO them, on top of 2 copies of Counter Catcher. For our Pokemon searches, where things get a little different, we got 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffin, 2 Nest Balls, and 2 Artazon to make sure we're getting out the basic Pokemon kind of when we need them. But then we got 4 copies of Dusk Ball. And I was thinking about playing Ultra Ball and stuff like this, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I cut like 1 Dusk Ball for 2, or 2 Dusk Balls for 2 Ultra Balls, but I kind of like the 4 Dusk Balls because we're an ancient box deck that's using the Dudunsparce engine, but we're also playing Iono. So we're getting a lot of value on knowing the bottom cards from our deck. So using Dusk Ball over Great Ball means that we could potentially have some insight onto what cards might be on the bottom more often than what's on the top. So I do really like the 4 copies of Dusk Ball too. And then, like I said, we got 2 copies of Vessel, which can help get some energy in the early game. In the discard pile, since you have to discard a card, draw 2. The retreats also put, the early game retreats also put extra energy in the discard pile to start your early Sadas, which is why I don't have any Ultra Balls in the initial list here. This is definitely still a work in progress. And then Secret Box, some light recovery mainly for Pokemon since we got great energy recovery. And then we talked about the stadium. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this Gouging Fire box. I definitely like this concept. I think this is a super kind of fun, unique deck. I don't know. I mean, I've played it a couple times in the past. I realized I never made a video on it, but I did have a version of this deck that I was playing with my buddies a couple months ago. So it's definitely changed a bit since then, but I think it's going to get more and more solid in the future. So I'm super excited to get it out there to you guys and show you guys, what's going on. So yeah, before we hop into today's video, just make sure 2 things. 1, go check out the Battle VIPs podcast on YouTube and Spotify. On the YouTube channel, there are some amazing shorts also done by Chef Husky and some small teaching shorts and videos done by myself about evolving your game, taking your game to the next level. The Battle VIPs podcast is a totally epic podcast. You guys should totally 100% listen to. It's done by my best friend Avery and I. Would love yapping on there. It's a great time, great podcast to listen to for a new experienced player just trying to hear some other people talk about what's going on in the Pokemon community, good decks, important news, stuff like that. And I got that TCG Player affiliate link as well for the second thing. So if you're going to TCG Player to order any decks, singles, or deck accessories, make sure you hop on over via my link in the description down below. Just clicking on the link supports my channel in such a massive way. So I cannot thank you to everyone who's been doing that lately. For real, I appreciate it. And yeah, with that being said, I mean, let's hop into today's deck and see how well this little fire box can do. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with, honestly, a bit of a banger of a hand. We're up against Dragapult EX. Now, that's going to be a little bit tricky. That is a fine card. Actually, that's a great card to go into because I don't think this is a match where I could go Fan Rotom. Tetra Mela. No, I don't think this is a match we want to go Fan Rotom at all. I like getting quad Dunsparce down here with Buddy-Buddy Poffin and not using Fan Rotom. I mean, there's we're short of Dunsparce. I'm just worried about this being an extra prize card my opponent could take with the Phantom Dives. They could load up the damage counters on Fan Rotom. If they play a Monkey Dory, something like that, it could definitely get a little tricky. And we prized, oh my god, we actually prized 1 Dunsparce, and then we prized the Chi-Yu and the Koraidon as Secret Box, at least in the deck. No, that's also prized, unless it's in the hand. Alright, cool, so our prizes are atrocious. I thought I took out Counter Gain. I don't think I updated my list on, on here. Alright, well, that's annoying. Not the end of the world. We will definitely make it work. I am going to Dusk Ball here. Just hope I hit a Gouging Fire. You know what? Honestly, I could take that. I could take that. We could hold this energy. Actually, you know what? No, we attach this energy. Because then I got the retreat. I got the Sada. I might be able to Burning Charge for... No, I won't be able to Burning Charge for 100. What else? That's fine. I could go to Dunsparce EX depending on how many EX Pokemon they get and play. No, because I can't draw without getting the Sada. Never mind. This is... Okay, so this is the version before I made the updated list and gave it a full go with Black Belt's training. And there should just be one other big difference, I think, in the deck. Oh my god, they boss up the Gouging Fire. So now Dunsparce is stuck on the bench with the energy. It's not going to do me anything. And that's what I draw into. I mean, that's fine. Honestly, I don't even mind sitting here if that's what my opponent wants to buy time. But anyways, there's only a couple changes in this deck. I've got, what is it? I've got, oh my god, I'm trying to think. There's Counter Gain and something else. That I was like, I didn't need that too much. They got Rare Candy Dragapult. Somebody got the Jet Headbutt right now. That'd be pretty cool. They got Arven, so they could take a Vessel here. I feel like Buddy-Buddy Poffin might be the play, though. Just get themselves established more. Even a Dracloak. No, they got Earthen Vessel. They're going for the Phantom Dive immediately. That's fine. Because they're not going to one-shot Gouging Fire. And what's nice about Gouging Fire is I can go Heat Blast for 60 and then go Blaze Blitz for 260 and hit 320. So I actually could take out a Dragapult pretty nicely, which is kind of sweet. And I could even use Mela to set it up because they got the Retreat. Now, Mela doesn't have to go to a bench Pokemon. That's the only thing. I believe it does. Fire Energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. No, it doesn't even have to do that. Okay, so we promote here. Retreat into Gouging Fire. Got the energy. I don't even mind. That's a huge top deck. I was going to say, I don't want to play Artazon and give my opponent an extra way to get more Pokemon out, because my best chance here is kind of just knowing that, you know, they don't have a huge bench and I could run through them because they got the early attack. So I'll just set up Gouging Fire. This works. This totally works. And then we'll go Runaway Draw. I'll still have 2 Dunsparces for next turn. I love getting an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule here. That is pretty sweet too. So I got the energy. I can attach this, just boost up some HP a little bit. I don't really... Do I mind playing a Gouging Fire here? I don't want to. I don't want the damage counters on it. I'd rather them just throw them on Dunsparce. I think we just go Heat Blast. And then next turn, I know there's no energy in the discard pile. And you're like, oh, but Sada's like your biggest supporter. Why don't you need energy? Yo, I swing for 60 to fix my math. I'm not one-shotting with 260 anyways. Next turn, I've got the world's fattest Iono to get us a whole new 6 cards. And I feel like off that, our chances are a little bit better, and they're going to boss up another Dunsparce. Okay, now this is getting annoying. They're just using all their bosses' orders. Nice and early to take their KOs. They got the Fire Energy onto the bench Dreep. They've got all the Dreepies imaginable, but only 1 card in hand. So, man, I don't even want 2 Iono in a situation like this. I really hope I just get the energy or Dunsparce or even Arven to pull out Vessel, just because I'm gonna double their hand size. I mean, they're at 2, they'll draw into 3. Like, oh, yo, ask and you shall receive. I mean, this is sweet. I guess I could have promoted the Dunsparce here, but there's no way I could have predicted actually getting the Vessel. That's fine though. That's fine. So we'll go Earthen Vessel. We'll get rid of the Dunsparce. I just don't see that guy being super useful here. And I'll take out 2 energy. Since my opponent has all of their Dreepies in play, I don't mind playing Artazon here just to give me some more Dunsparce power in the following turns. And then, yeah, I definitely attach the energy here. And I think we bench another Gouging Fire? No. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I bench this guy yet. I'm not getting an energy attached to it. I really don't want it taking any damage counters, depending on what my opponent's got in hand next turn. It doesn't have to be in play. I think I just want to Blaze Blitz 260. Yes, I know I can't use Blaze Blitz again until I leave the active spot. That's fine. Because there's a good chance I could go for a big retreat play. Just because of what's in my discard pile, right? I've got the... Oh, that's huge. That is so nice. Secret Box, Chi-Yu. I was going to say... I've got 3 Pokemon I could definitely take back. I don't necessarily need the Dunsparce EX in this match. I just like the Dunsparce and Gouging Fire getting back in the deck, and they got the Dusk Ball, so they could Dusknor something away. But then they pass. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, we could totally get what set up. We can't Chi-Yu anything for the KO. I could go Boss on the Duskull for KO and just wait another turn. I don't even hate like a Secret Box, right, to start setting up another Gouging Fire. That feels pretty cool too. Let's go Dusk Ball first. Let's see if I hit, and I was going to say Dunsparce would be sweet. If not, it's not the end of the world. We're definitely going to Secret Box this turn. And I'm going to get rid of the energy for sure, because I want to Sada this turn. I'm going to get rid of Chi-Yu, and I'm going to get rid of Iono, because my opponent's hand is pretty dead. And I have Sada and Boss, which is pretty amazing. I am going to take out Earthen Vessel, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Artazon. Again, this should be a Black Belt's training. It's my bad. And I think I take out another Sada here. I like that. And then here's what I want to do. I want to Rod this turn. I don't mind throwing Chi-Yu, Dunsparce, Gouging Fire back in the deck at all. Yeah, no, that feels pretty awesome, actually. And then I could Artazon back the single prize Gouging Fire so that I can always go for a, what do you call it, Blazing Charge, which feels pretty awesome, too. I don't mind getting this Gouging Fire down, attaching the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule to it. I want to go for the Earthen Vessel, get rid of the Artazon, take out a couple energy. We're going to start setting up another... You know what, let's do the single prize Gouging Fire. Let's get some value out of this guy. We'll draw 3 cards off that. That's pretty big. Another Sada I'll gladly take. I'll attach the energy here. My game is going to freeze. That's awesome. Yep, it's just the game because everything is recording. There we go. And now next turn... Oh my god, I forgot to go boss, huh? Didn't I? I went Sada. Well, no, that's fine. Because if they evolve this guy, there's a boss KO, 2 prize cards. No, we're okay, we're okay. And if they go Rare Candy Dusknor and take out Gouging Fire, unfortunate, not the end of the world. The Gouging Fire is still living. Anyway, sorry, I'm totally all over the place here. I just literally finished my drive back, so I gotta remath my maths. Our line from here on out, oh my god, they got Badoo. No, we're bullying you if you go Badoo on us. You got Rare Candy. Dusknor, do you take out the Gouging Fire, put 2 energy in the discard pile? Because if you do, I could go for a full Sada this turn. Especially if you're just item locking me. I'm taking a prize card here, I'm taking a KO next turn. Like, I feel like all guaranteed, and then I'm 2 prize cards short, and my game, for some reason, is... been so laggy, but it's the only thing I play. Other video games, I'm fine. I'm recording. My recording is fine. It is, for some reason, just TCG Live. Tripping out. It's just, I've got the sauce. They don't want me to have the sauce this perfectly yet. And they evolve into 1 Dracloak that they got off the prize cards. That's their first Dracloak they got in play. It's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, that's not the end of the world. I kind of wish I had that boss KO on Dusk Ball, but I totally forgot. I was like, oh, let me set up some extra energy, set up a future Sada play. Totally forgot where I was going, but it's fine. I think we're still in a great spot. They got the Ultra Ball. They could get another Dracloak down. That's fine. Because I believe I could set up Chi-Yu, which I can read again because I did rot it back last turn, so I can pull it up over here. Any of your Pokemon were knocked out from damage from an attack. Okay, so we cannot go Chi-Yu, because I was not KO'd from damage from an attack, which is kind of unfortunate. But not the end of the world. I could retreat my active Gouging Fire, go Sada to set up energy on both, manual attach to the Gouging Fire in the active spot with 60 damage, and just hope I draw into a Dunsparce. Because I've got a good bit of those. I've got, what, 3 of those, 4 of those in the deck still? So, you know, there's a good chance, yeah, I should have 3 or 4 in the deck. And there's a good chance I can still pull it off. They got a Nest Ball into, what, Pheasantipity? Yeah, never mind. Now that's my KO target. I want to put my opponent at 1 prize card remaining for sure. They go Badoo. They could go flip the script and draw 3 cards here. And then do I boss up? No, they don't. Do I boss up Fez and take the 2 prize KO? Or do I boss up the Dracloak and take out their 1 energy? Night Stretcher's sweet. I definitely like the Night Stretcher a lot. Let's go Artazon. Let's thin out the deck 1 card. Oh my god, everything is going to lag and just break again. This is awesome. We love this. Please let me Artazon. Thank you. What do I want? I don't even totally want Chi-Yu on the bench, so I don't think I take it yet. Maybe I should have waited. I was thinking, like, oh, I could then. It's not going to do anything. I can't use items, so I can't use Night Stretcher. So let's just retreat here into Dunsparce. And we got to put our heart and soul into drawing into Dudunsparce, which is fine. I mean, like, we run these chances all day, and I whiff it. Okay, that's what I get. That's pretty funny. Not the end of the world, though. Not the end of the world at all. We'll go Dunsparce here. How many energy are in the discard pile? We still have 2 in the discard pile. This is awesome, because I could find a friend here and take Dunsparce. And my opponent doesn't have access to Pheasantipity. They'll have 3 cards in their hand max from the Dracloaks unless they get something else. That's just unfortunate we didn't hit the Dunsparce. But I think I'm in a fine situation where... I mean, I got Boss KO on, like, Pheasantipity for 2 prize cards. Or if they take a KO this turn on Dunsparce, I've got Countercatcher KO on Fez to take 2, and then Boss to work around that last prize card. And I can pretty much clear my board of everything not tanky enough to live. They're setting up another Dusk Ball. So now I do want to go down to 1 prize card, so they can't use that Dusknor. Because that Dusknor could be wildly problematic and give them game. So I definitely like either Boss on Fez or Countercatcher on Fez, depending on what my opponent's got. They got Arven for Ultra Ball. They could get a Dragapult out if they get rid of the card in their hand and the tool, but then they don't have another energy. I didn't take a KO, so they can't flip the script, and they go TM Evo. Now, if they have an energy, TM Evo could be an interesting play for sure. But no, they're going to Ultra Ball, yeah, they're going to take out the Dragapult. They had another Fire Energy in their hand. Oh, they could have gone TM Evo. And they could have gotten another Dracloak, but then also a Dragapult. But no, they're going to take the 3rd Dracloak. They're going to just get a heavy draw engine established. and I'm going to put them in a board state where they can't use Dusk nor. And I'll try to leave essentially like 2 Gouging Fires ready to rumble. So I don't know if there will be a way that they could close out my board. That's going to mean that I need to get 3 Dunsparce out this turn. Which, 20 cards in the deck, I've got 1 Dunsparce, 1 Sada that I'm definitely getting full value of this turn. That doesn't feel awful. Now I can't use my Dusk Balls, but I've got heavy draw, and hopefully I can get through with that. So we'll go Boss's Orders. Again, we need to take out Pheasantipity here. So let me go Dunsparce, run away. Actually, no, let me go Sada first. I don't want to put the energy back in the deck for the other Dunsparces. Let me just Sada. I know I have the 2 energy, so I'll set up these guys so they are 100% ready to rumble. And then I'll get a Gouging Fire, not going to be a card I could totally play yet. So now we'll go Runaway Draw, hopefully draw into a Dunsparce Perfect. And then we can definitely promote this Gouging Fire here, or do we set up the other one? I don't know. We have a Dunsparce in hand. Let me just put up this Dunsparce. We are going to Artazon, and we are going to take out the actually, no, because I want to clear my board state, so actually I don't want to take anything else out of the deck now that I think about it. I just don't want them to have like a boss KO in some crazy way, like boss Dusknor KO. Oh my god, wait, I used Sada. I can't boss, dude. How do I keep doing this to myself? It was a 2-hour card. It wasn't even that long. But for some reason, I cannot figure out how to play the game today. This is impressive. This is wildly impressive, how I end up in these scenarios time and time again. Okay, this is fine. If they have KO, if they have Dusknor KO, they have Dusknor KO. So how do I work around this? Because I did not get another Dusknor. Or I did not get another Dunsparce. I can't believe I literally outlined the play for myself like 3 times to make sure I didn't forget. And I immediately forgot. Oh, good job, Chris. You're off to a hot start on today's video, and I love it. I love it. All right, let's get the counter gain down because it does absolutely nothing. And I think here we do just go for a Heat Blast. And then they get Fez and 3 Dracloaks, or do I just pass? But then they get the extra swing. No, I need to take the KO. I've got 2 set up Pokemon. If they have the Dusknor and I misplayed with the Sada because I totally forgot I could just manual attach an energy and set this guy up, then so be it. I mean, I outlined my play and I messed up my play, and I get a Koraidon out. So that's a manual attach Sada away with a little counter catcher to KO Fez for game 2. So we've got so many outs to close out this game, which is sweet. It's just I am misplaying like no other right now. Which, hey, welcome to ginj-tcg. This is what happens when you get anxious about not getting a video out. The every other day schedule I kind of had for myself. And then, oh my god, they have the Psychic Energy too. That's not good. And then I'm like, you know what? We're not going to warm up. We're just going to jump in. Just got unpacked, whatever. We're just going to sit down, start recording, get into it. This is what happens. My opponent is going to flip the script. They got 5 cards in hand. They have used 1 Recon Directive. They still have 2 more to use. How many candies have they used? They've used 3. There is a world where they could just play 3, right? And how many Dusknors are in the Dunsparce PAL? They've only used the 1, so they definitely have a Night Stretcher. They could definitely get back. I know they have a 4th Arven. It's just, do they play a 4th Candy? I'm not sure, because they play 4 Dracloaks, or minimum 3. They play minimum 3 Dracloaks. So it's really just, is the 4th one there. They got the Stadium Bump, Pokemon League headquarters. We need the extra energy to attack. That's fine. I've got the extra energy in hand. If you're not playing Iono, I've got the energy and boss to just KO you. You're going to Night Stretcher 4. What was that? Was that Dragapult? Yes, it was. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, please not Dusknor. Please not like that. You got the retreat. You got Iono as well. Oh, no. Now this is where things get scary. My massive hand gone in a heartbeat. And I get Dunsparce. Game is a lie. Oh, that's unfortunate. I could shuffle the deck up, which I think we definitely should, because both my boss's orders are on bottom. And I think the easiest thing to do is just draw into boss, go Blaze Blitz, and KO Pheasantipity. But we'll see. We'll see. I feel like we might lose here if we don't. Yeah, because it's just so easy to KO this Gouging Fire now. Oh my gosh, too many misplays this match. Could go Fan Rotom. Let's shuffle the deck up. Let's go Nest Ball. And we could take out a Dunsparce at this point. just to keep looping the draw engine. Yeah, it feels alright, because our hand is too tiny. We got to rely on this guy a good bit now. We'll go Dudunsparce here after the deck has been nice and shuffled. We'll go Runaway Draw, and we'll draw into Iono double Dudunsparce. Now my opponent has one card in hand. If I just leave this guy in the active and go Blaze Blitz, my opponent is pretty stuck. Because then they take the KO. From my understanding, unless you get a Rare Candy Dragapult and you have no draw engine, you can't do anything else. I don't want to give you more cards in your hand, I think here, honestly. Or no, I go Heat Blast, excuse me. And then I set myself up for a bigger draw next turn. So let's just go Heat Blast here, that's fine. And then you'll swing, hopefully 200 damage into this Gouging Fire. This Gouging Fire will take another 60 damage, it's fine. It was not put on this Dunsparce, so you can't take a 3 prize card turn from my understanding, unless you set up another, oh my god, of course you would draw into Crispin. You have one of each energy. You have a Dark Energy, what? That's not right, that's not fire. Oh my god, we got Monkey Dory in this deck too. Oh my lord, and you had the Fire Energy in hand. So the Dark Energy is the last card in your hand. You just had absolutely everything you needed to make it through this. Absolute nightmare for me. Okay, cool, sweet. I mean, hey, if you put the damage counters on Dunsparce, no, because I shuffled that guy back in the deck. This is a different Dunsparce, so not even that would have changed anything. It would have just made my bench Gouging Fire. Now, okay, so now I need Boss's Orders, Stadium Bump, or Energy to win the game. Unfortunate. That's how it goes. Oh man, give me one of them, please. I'll take a Dusk Ball. Do I want to shuffle the deck again? I think I do. Hopefully thin one more card out of the deck, right? Sure. We'll take a Dunsparce, whatever. 3 of them in my hand, only 1 in play. That's how we roll. We'll go Runaway Draw first, because again, Boss's Orders is our key to success. Countercatcher, Stadium Bump. Yo, stop sleeping on the deck. Countercatcher, Fez, Artazon, away the Pokemon League headquarters, good night streaks. Wasn't worried for a second. Oh my god. Whew. Oh, that was too intense. That was too close. It was way too close. But we made it away. We're up 1-0 in an insane match number 1. Let's hop into match number 2. See if we can guarantee ourselves the positive record with Gouging Fire EX. Welcome to match number 2. My opponent and I both took a mulligan. I'm seeing they're playing the Armor Rouge box. I'm taking another mulligan on top of the first one. They saw I had Dudunsparce in my deck. And hopefully this match I'm going to have a bit less misplays. Because I'm a bit more dialed in after that match number 1. And you know what? We're going second. This is a phenomenal going second hand. I am actually like in love with this right now. We got Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I think I'm more comfortable going Fan Rotom in this match. And then I could load up my Dunsparces, and I could even go Arven for Secret Box. I forgot to change the deck list again. Oh my god. You can tell it's been like 7 seconds since the last match. I was so dialed in on drawing into the world's craziest Dunsparce for game. And they get rid of Penny. That's going to be big. But everything in this deck we could take out with Blaze Blitz, which helps so much more. And the math is, like, perfect for Dragapult. And if we're up against something like Charizard with 330, we just use our single prizers a little bit more. Or a little bit smarter, I should say. And set up damage for the Blaze Blitz, stuff like that. I was thinking about going Latias in a deck like this, but I really didn't like the 2 prize liability at just 210 HP. I felt like it honestly wasn't super needed. My opponent had a decent turn. Nothing too insane. They didn't get the, what do you call it? Sour Ledge down, so that definitely helps out. So let's go. Okay, I was gonna say we get Fan Rotom. That's prize this game. Secret Box is in the deck. That makes me feel a little bit better. So I can still set up my board pretty good. So we'll definitely go Arven this turn. We'll take a Secret Box and Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Sounds about right. I will Secret Box away the counter gain, since that's not supposed to be in this deck right now. And I think it's the right play anyways. Because then I could take, I mean, I do have Sada in hand. There's never anything wrong with getting another Sada. Maybe we go Nest, no, I like the Vessel. Do I even need a Vessel? I could take Artazon and Vessel, and Nest, Vessel. I think that is right, because then I could get, there is a decent chance they could take a KO this turn. If they get 2 more energy on Ho-Oh. And then I could swing with Chi-Yu, or just getting... The single prize Gouging Fire, is that ever totally worth it? I don't think so. Is Chi-Yu ever worth it in a match like this? I'm not sure. I don't necessarily want to even give him Artazon. I kind of want to see what my opponent has in hand. I think we just hold the hand here. Do I go find a friend, though? That doesn't feel that bad, actually. Let's do that. Scared of Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Do they have a water attacker that could swing? Not over... Actually, you know what? That could be relevant. I'll get rid of a boss's orders. And I'll regret that one later. We'll take 2 more energy. I'm going to go find a friend. I'm going to take Dunsparce. Single prize Dunsparce, EX Dunsparce. Not sure. Game lagging a little bit more. All right, perfect. Let's go get that energy down. Let's go find a friend. And what is the friend I want? I'm tempted to go here. And see what I draw into to inform my next decision. And I guarantee myself a little bit more cards, which helps. This is fine. I'm okay with this. And then I think we evolve the bench one first, see if they get more EX in play. I could take out the Dudunsparce EX. I don't remember. Did I show them I even play the Dudunsparce EX in my mulligan? No. They have no idea that I'm playing Dudunsparce EX. They got research. Oh, man. They got Terapagos. Koraidon could go crazy in this matchup, too. Oh, that makes sense, because they need to go Area 0. That's another Terra Pokemon they kept on play. Duh, good job. They could go Golden Flame, Retreat, go Shining Feathers. I don't think I could respond with a huge KO. But I also know that they can't go Wellspring Mask Ogerponi yet, because there is the first Charcadet that we're going to see in play, which helps a little bit. So I'm hoping they just take another turn to set up, and that would be fine by me. They got the EXP share on the Ho-Oh, which tells me they're not going to put it in the active. Yeah, they just pass with 3 cards in hand. That is totally, totally okay by us. Let's just evolve a benched Dunsparce and see what I got. I mean... This is okay. We're in a decent spot. Gouging Fire here, I love so much. And another Dunsparce too. These are all amazing. That was a phenomenal to Dunsparce. So let's do it one more time. See if I can get another ancient Pokemon. Honestly, this works. Because I got Chi-Yu, I got a Dunsparce. I don't think I put the Chi-Yu down yet. I think I actually don't mind an Artazon since you already got a Charcadet down. It's really not going to do me any extra favors. I think what I would rather do here is take... We could go Gouging Fire. But Koraidon feels pretty good too, because we got 2 Fire Energy in the discard pile. Let's take out Koraidon. Because we know our ancient Pokemon is going to be attacking. I'm going to be going Heat Blast this turn for 60, and just getting some good damage done, if nothing else. So I'll get an energy here and here, and I got 2 Dusk Balls. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. I don't think I need to play the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule... Yeah, no, actually I do, because if you go Wellspring Ogerpon, that you could swing 240. No, 200 on the active. Yeah, that might not matter. That's fine, though, because Koraidon still lives. We're still in a decent spot. I've got 4 energy. I've got a lot of energy in hand. I mean, I don't mind a double Dusk Ball here to dig out one more Dudunsparce, maybe. Or just another Gouging Fire. This is fine, too. Or, actually, no. Give me the single prize Dunsparce. Let me just set up my draw engine. Again, this is always... the correct play in this deck. We always want to establish our draw engine. This is totally fine. We got a bunch of energy in hand. I do not mind shuffling one more into the deck and getting this guy out of the active spot this way, and then going runaway draw. Getting myself 3 more cards and another Dunsparce and the energy right back. This is totally cool. So yeah, we'll throw this guy in the active. We'll attach the energy. We'll go Heat Blast. Set ourselves up for a good line. I'll hold the hand. The hand feels pretty comfortable. I've got a Blaze Blitz next turn. With the current board state, I'm either taking 2 prize cards on Latias or I'm taking 2 prize cards on Ethan's Ho-Oh. I doubt you ever give me Armarouge here, so that's not something I'm worried about. Unless you get another Charcadet, and you got the Volcanion, so you could burn my active if you gust it away, because I cannot be affected by special conditions right now, and there is a second Charcadet. Okay, this seems to be a pretty fun firebox as well. You got the Area 0 Underdepths and an Iono giving me a new hand. I'm losing all the energy I had. It's a bit unfortunate, but as long as I get an Arven, I could get Vessel back or just draw into the Vessel here. That works perfectly fine. And remember, this is exactly why we play Dusk Ball, is for this reason right here. My opponent played Iono, so I put a Dunsparce on the bottom of my deck. Now, there was 9 cards in my hand, so there's a chance I do not get the Dunsparce, but that is a much better guarantee than a Great Ball, since I know a 7 out of 9 chance is much better than, 21 other cards, and even 3 out of 21 or 7 out of 9. It's got to be somewhere in those 7. I like those odds a little bit better. You got the Armarouge. You could go for the Torrential Pump, do 200 damage. And then you could take out a benched Dunsparce. I mean, it's annoying at the end of the world. You also lose all of those energy in play. You could put the Legacy Energy on Homeboy as well, but no, you chose to put the Luminous Energy there. I guess it doesn't matter because you're shuffling them all in the deck if you take the KO. Which means I could Arven for Counter Catcher, since I have the Vessel too. And then I could take out Pheasantipity. That feels like a really fun play, actually. Take out your draw engine, just kind of leave you stuck. Because you're assuming I'm taking two prize cards off the Ogerpon. What if I told you no, and I played a crazy Arven route? That would be nuts. This is a good option, too. But I also like setting up extra energy on another Gouging Fire with something like Sada, if possible. It depends. I also might just be able to draw into Counter Catcher here, which would be pretty sweet. All right, my turn. What's the top deck? What's the vibe? What speaks to me? We get a Mela. That's awesome. All right, let's go Dusk Ball here. 7 out of 9. We hit those. All right, give me the Dunsparce every time. Let me draw a little bit more cards. And if nothing else, I got Arven, Counter Catcher, Vessel attached. We're good. Yeah, this works. This works. Okay. Oh, I got the energy. So now, I mean, I still think we Vessel here. I think that's always the best play for us. I like the Buddy-Buddy Poffin for sure. We want to establish way more Dunsparces. I'm swinging base 180 with Koraidon. This is a situation where Black Belt Training would be awesome here, but nope, I had Counter Gain in the deck because I had a Counter Catcher play next turn for, what is it, we're doing 180, 220. So I could take out Ogerpon, Latias, stuff. Well, Latias resist, so not the guy, but someone else with Koraidon. So then maybe I don't KO this turn. Maybe I don't KO Fez this turn, and I KO Fez next turn with Koraidon, and I just take the first 2 prize cards on Ogerpon. That doesn't feel awful. Let's go Vessel. Let's get rid of the energy. For sure. Take 2 more energy out of the deck. I've only got 1 energy in the discard pile, so I do kind of want to thin my deck a little bit to go for a Mela play this turn, so I'm going to go Nest Ball, and I'm going to take out the Gouging Fire. We're swinging 170. That actually is super relevant on this guy here. He's got 150 HP left, so this feels pretty fine. We'll go Manual Attach. We'll go Dusk Ball. Dunsparce would be awesome. That is so perfect here. So now I've got 3 Dunsparce lined up for next turn. And then I could go Mela attached to the active Blaze Blitz KO. And I've got Sada Night Stretcher in hand. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we swing 260. We take out the active here. Sada might not necessarily be the play if we need to guarantee Counter Catcher to take 2 prize cards with Koraidon. We could go KO Latias. It does have the Legacy Energy attached, which I processed as I was saying that. So it doesn't feel as great a KO as it did like a minute and a half ago, but that's okay. I still think we've got a bunch of good outs. Again, you got Volcanion in the active. Unless you've got a Gusting card, I'm not worried about you burning me. I've got a great amount of HP left. You could flip the script and get up to 7 cards in hand. You still need a... Actually, no, I guess you could set up Iron Hands if you move the energy on Volcanion, the energy on Latias, get a full Golden Flame. You could take 3 prize cards this turn with Iron Hands. That would be pretty unfortunate, in all honesty. But it doesn't seem like you're going for that. You're going for the 3 prize play with whatever his name is, the Ogerpon. That's okay, though. It's actually okay. Because then all your energy will leave. Again, assuming you've got another energy card you could draw on, so you've got 4 cards in hand. You're playing everything. You got a Regigigas down. That's doing absolutely nothing. You're just playing a card to play a card. I like it. I respect it. Did you flip? You might have. You did. You're going boss. Do you not have it or something? Are you bringing up my Gouging Fire because you don't think that I'm a menace and can just deal with you like this? You could restart for 2. My opponent is digging for 1 energy as hard as absolutely possible. They want to go free retreat into the Teal Mask Ogerpon here. Not Teal Mask. Oh my god. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. They got Night Stretcher for the energy. Yeah, they're good. They got it. They got the 3 prize turn. They still got the 3 prize turn. Okay. Okay. This is fine. You burn my active. That's really not... Actually... No, you don't even KO... No, you do, because of weakness. Yeah, the burn was pointless. The burn does nothing. You take out my Gouging Fire, the single prize and 2 prize one. You leave me with you having 2 prize cards left, and I'm going to give you a single prize board stay and tell you, hey, that was awesome. Do it one more time with Wellspring Mask Ogerpon and get all those energy in play and whatnot. This 100% could be a Counter Catcher turn. Depending on what I could draw into. You go Torrential Pump. I know the 3 you're taking out. I've got the Koraidon. I used an Ancient attack on my last turn, so I am swinging for 180 damage. I don't mind. Fez is always the play. Limit how many cards are in your hand. That could stop you from taking a 2-prize turn and getting a lot of energy down for the Ogerpon play again, since I'm not really doing much about that, to be honest. So let's go here. I got the manual attach KO. So again, I don't need to Sada this turn. I don't even hate Dunsparce EX. As insane as that is, that actually is a pretty fun play we could do because they have so many EX Pokemon in play, right? But no, I think I need to take out 2 prize cards here. I need to take a 2 prize KO and leave a single prize board state. I don't want to chance them having a KO on Iron Hands EX. So what are the essentials we got to do? We got to go double Dunsparce. See what I draw into naturally. If I could get the counter catcher, things could change. I get a Nest Ball. I like taking another card out of the deck. That feels fine to me. If I could draw into counter catcher as well, I could go Iono, which feels really good. I don't want to take another Gouging Fire. That is a Pokemon you could. Could you even one-shot? I actually don't know. I feel like the most you could do is 240. Yeah, no, it's 200. I'm not sure. I'm going to take a Dunsparce, though, and just play it safe. That's fine. Yeah, we definitely play it safe here. This is probably a little bit better for us. And we'll go Runaway Draw here. I've got the Ancient Booster Capsule to attach to this Koraidon just in case I get Counter Catcher here. That's so big. So now I could go Iono, right? So we attach this. We play Artazon, destroy their bench instantly. Actually, no, I Counter Catcher first. And I take the Pheasantipity. Sorry, the rabbit is like, attack it. Yo, why are you smashing your head into my foot, boss? And now I play the Artazon and just limit this bench up. Tell you, hey, you got a lot of Pokemon on your bench. I'm going to need you to tone it back down. I ain't dealing with all that. It's not happening. Not happening, boss. Now, what else could I get value in taking right now? Did I use Artazon? I don't think so. So there actually could be good value in a Rod here. And we've got 4 energy in this card. That's plenty. I could take the single prize Gouging Fire and a couple energy off a Rod, because then I could Artazon them back. Or I could Artazon the Gouging Fire back. That feels pretty good. And then what? 2 energy, because we've got 2 energy in the discard pile for Sada. We don't need more than that. So I think we do this here. And I also kind of want to draw into an energy next turn because this deck. We gotta make sure we find our energy at the right time. I'm not Sada. I'm not going Sada this turn. I'm going Iono. Dunsparce could be cool. I'll have 4 cards in hand, and then I'll draw 2 for 6. Yeah, we go Gouging Fire. No, we go Dunsparce here. We definitely go Dunsparce here. The Dunsparce EX is still a play I have in my back pocket. I've got the Fez in the active. I'm taking the KO. I don't need to Night Stretcher anyone up. We go Iono. And I'll take my 2 prize cards. I'll tie them up. I'll have a single prize board state. I've got 190 HP on my active Pokemon. I got a ton of energy in hand. 0 to Dunsparces. Love to be in this type of situation. We'll swing 360, take our 2 prize cards, and hope that we get a good supporter in hand. Because, my gosh, are we going to need it. But I like the spot we're in. We're in such an interesting spot against this deck. And we get Professor Sada. That's awesome. That is totally awesome. I know someone is going to be like, oh, you should play Energy Switch in this deck. No, you're totally right. 1 or 2 of Energy Switch could be wildly helpful to set up the Blaze Blitz in 1 turn. I just don't, because I don't mind. It's a slower format. We have plenty of attackers. I could work around a 2-shot. They go for the Scalding Steam burn. Does not work. We've got the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule attached. They've got 3 cards in hand if none of them are thinnable, because... Oh, they got an energy. Okay, I was going to say they don't have any energy, anything like that. Then they play Iono to give themselves 2 new cards, give me 2 new cards. I lose the Sada, lose the energy. That is massively annoying. We get a Sada and energy right back. This is fine. I've got the Artazon for the Gouging Fire, single prize Gouging Fire. And then I've got Sada to draw 3, manual attach. We've got another single prize Pokemon that will be set up in a couple turns. Actually, you know what? I think a retreat would be best here too. And swing with the Fire Gouging Fire, the single prize Gouging Fire, and then get full value out of the Sada, because Koraidon's not swinging 180 this turn. It's if one of your other ancient Pokemon uses an attack last turn, so you can't go double Koraidon. So I'm taking not taking a KO is great for us, surprisingly annoying, but we'll set up great damage, and we've got amazing single prize Pokemon to fall back on. So like we're cool here too, and I draw into an energy. Okay, that's cool. So let's go Artazon. Let's take out the single prize Gouging Fire, because they did not take a KO, so Chiyu's not doing as much damage, although Mega Fire of Envy would have been pretty cool if needed as well. We will just go for the retreat Gouging Fire in the active. All I've got is a Lunge Out, and that's okay. That's totally fine here. Yeah, we'll get one here, one here. Because now Koraidon could swing 180 the following turn. Love getting a Gouging Fire EX. Now, does it do anything? I'm not sure. Go lunch out for 30. How much HP you're going to have left? You're going to have 190 RNG. You're just out of range for Koraidon. That's fine. That's okay. Because if you, again, you need to get 2 more energy in play to take a KO on my active before I truly start to worry. And how much do you even do? What is this attack? Scorching, moving energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon 160. It's actually a pretty good attack here. And you got Golden Flame, so you actually could take a KO here, and then we're in a very, very problematic spot. Unless I could draw into Dudunsparce EX. You got Research? Stop playing. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Okay. And you burn me, that might not matter. You need 1 more energy in play. I'm confident you could pull off 1 more energy. There's only 1 in your discard pile. You've got 2 in play. I know half of that Research was energy. But you used Golden Flame, if I'm not mistaken, for 1. But you have a manual attach, yeah, so you could still get 3 energy and go in with Volcanion. Or you could swing... I have no idea what you would swing with if not that. You got a Legacy Energy on Clefairy. Now you're making me work. And you're retreating into who? Into Clefairy. Go Full Moon Blast. Or Full Moon Rondo, excuse me. That's fun. That's fun. And it's only worth 1 prize card because of the Legacy Energy. That's a super, super annoying card for my opponent to draw into off that Research. Could I get to Dunsparce EX and just close this out with the GOAT? One of Ultra Ball off the Arven would go insane here. I'm not going to lie. We'll promote Dunsparce. We'll see if the cards are speaking to us. Is there... I guess I could go Dusk Ball to try to draw into it. I don't even know if it's prized. I'll check off the Artazon. What do we need? I mean, we could go Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher KO on... See, Mew and Latias both resist. I'm doing 180 damage. They've got 150 HP. Actually, no, we just go Arven for Counter Catcher. You've only played 1, right? I think we've got game. We've played 1 Counter Catcher. Yeah, so we'll go Koraidon here. No. I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll go Koraidon here. I think Counter Catcher is our most guaranteed play. I don't think we prized our other Counter Catcher. We definitely did not prize our other Counter Catcher. There it is. This is fine. I mean, we have Arven for it, so that works. I mean, this is okay. You resist, so yeah, I do 30 less damage, but that's 60 damage from the initial Heat Blast or whatever it was. Insanely relevant. And Dudunsparce EX was in the deck. That's crazy. 2-0. Guaranteed positive record. Insanely close games, but oh my god, are they like so much fun. I feel like more time with this deck spent like understanding the matchup. Definitely tweaking a couple cards. I am going to get Black Belts training in the deck after this match, and I think this deck is like, it's lethal, man. Like, I'm feeling so good. Let's hop into match number 3, see if we can get the guarantee, not the guarantee, the perfect record for the new Firebox. Welcome to match number 1. We are up against Jolting Box, another match where I think the Dunsparce EX is going to be one of our best friends that I still have not gotten a chance to use, but I mean, hopefully we could get after it this game. And we open up with a fine hand. I mean, we're always going to have Dunsparces on our bench, so I feel like the Iron Hands threat is just always very real and something we're just, that's whatever. In a situation like this, I think we just take out the Fan Rotom, and it's just there to make sure that we got forward to Dunsparce in play, which feels a little bit better, and also allows me to play the game, because other than getting a bunch of Dunsparce out of my hand is, I mean, honestly not, like, too amazing, so that's a thing. I got my Dudunsparce EX, I prize 2 Gouging Fire. Okay, this is going to be a single prize showdown from our side of the board, which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We've got the triple Dunsparce, and I've got Gouging Fire and, well, actually Gouging Fire will have to be the lunge out play, probably, because I'm not attacking, unless I could get a Mela top deck or something like that, or Secret Box. I don't know. We'll see. As I say, there's a chance we might have to go lunge out before anything, just set up some good damage on the Pokemon, or if we could get Koraidon, Iron Hands will be in the active, and then we'll be fine there too. So that's it, whatever. I'm overthinking too much. I need to do that when it's not my turn. Let me get a couple energy. Let me attach the energy to active, because if I know Jolting Box, they have to use Jolting Charge first. And then we'll pass. We'll pass our turn there. And, oh my god, I could have found a friend. I forgot that I was going second. Somebody misplays this game. Whatever. They're going to Jolting Charge. They're going to set up Iron Hands. I am going to Artazon for who? Maybe I could go Chiyu and just set some early energy up. Right? Yeah, here's the Jolting Charge. You're going to put all the damage on Iron Hands. I don't think there was a world... I don't even know. I mean, Find a Friend would have guaranteed me, like, a Dunsparce, which would have been so massive here, but it's not the end of the world. And I get an Iono, which is, like, another fine card to get. You've got 2 energy on Iron Hands. You got Pikachu all set up, but I'm not scared of a Pikachu. Am I? Let's go Artazon. Again, Chi-Yu getting 2 energy set up with the top attack doesn't feel awful, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. It's a little different. I mean, but then I go Iono if I do that, right? Is that even that bad? No, I do kind of want to take out the Joltik here. I could just go Fan Rotom and take it out. And we could just take... I don't hate the Gouging Fire, the Lunge out, save some extra energy. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Because then I have Koraidon for the boss KO on Iron Hands. My opponent would be up 1 prize card. Because Ampy very much is not going to KO the Gouging Fire. Yeah, this feels fine. So let's just retreat in Sada. I definitely wish I took a Dunsparce off that Find a Friend. That is so unfortunate. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll go Sada. Hopefully draw into 1 in an ancient Pokemon. This is great because now we got a manual attach on someone else. And I think we do take Koraidon off this Nest Ball. We don't want to take Gouging Fire yet, although I do need an energy attached to the guy. But like for what? Pikachu EX? Like I have to 2-shot that thing anyways. So you know what? Yeah, let's take a Koraidon. You either deal with Gouging Fire or you deal with Koraidon. Both of them are gonna do damage to you. And we do have the updated list. So I do have Lively Stadium and Black Belt's training in it. My game again frozen. No idea why. It's beyond me how TCG Live works at this point. I've got a manual attach. I'll throw it on the Koraidon just to start stacking up some extra energy. And I've got a Vessel. I will Vessel here. Just in the deck a little bit more. My opponent most likely is not going to Iono this turn. If I know anything about Joltik Box, they play more copies of Boss's Orders than I think are legal in the standard format. I wouldn't be shocked if there's 16 bosses in their decks, all four different sets of 4 different arts. So we should hopefully keep our hand, and if they're not doing Boss's Orders, they're going to Crispin. So I don't know why I'm like sitting sideways right now, like thinking about what they're doing. But I think we're in a decent spot. Again, they take out Gouging Fire, or they take out Koraidon. Taking out Koraidon would be a little more annoying, but we could work around it. Because we could go Gouging Fire. It would be awesome if we could top deck or draw into, right? Because then they go Iron Hands, they take out Koraidon. No, because not even Black Belt's training would actually KO Iron Hands, so that wouldn't totally matter. We're doing 170. They don't have a 210 board state. Unless we get, like, Counter Catcher, Black Belt's training, and take out Mew EX. That would be insane. That would be nuts. Because we just want to take 2 prize cards first. If they go Ampy very much, they need a Boss's Orders. They've got Ultra Ball. They got rid of Volcanion. Double Arven, but one of those was from last turn. You drew the Arven off this. I did take a KO, so you got Pheasantipity. You could draw 3 cards. Okay, now it's another Pokemon. I've got 4 Pokemon that are better boss than Pikachu EX. I got the Pheasantipity, got the Iron Hands EX, which are swinging for weakness on with Koraidon, so I really don't care about that guy. And then I got the Miraidon EX. All of those can be KO'd with a really Koraidon. The Dunsparce EX could go nuts in this matchup too. Like, I feel good. I feel good. And there's no way you retreat into... Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way you retreat into Pikachu just to take a 1 prize KO. That would be nuts. And they don't. They pass. Okay, so, honestly, now this is a turn where I like the Dunsparce. Like, so much. But I also like drawing into Boss's Orders, manual attack. No, because I would need to Sada, get 2 energy, and play on both of these guys, manual attach. Let's stop worrying. Let's just draw 3 cards. Okay, this is fine. We Sada here. We definitely Sada here. And see what the vibe is. If I could take 2 prize cards with a Dunsparce EX, that would be just so awesome. And I'm not there yet. Dusk Ball, do you get me there? You get a Dunsparce, not a Dunsparce EX, but that's okay. I've got a little bit more draw. I've got Iono, and yeah, I've got a lot actually to hopefully try to get me there in a manual attach here. And I draw another 2 Dunsparces, but I use the supporter, so I can't Black Belt training, take the KO. Okay, that's fine. it doesn't feel good to go. Blazing Charge for 100 doesn't do anything. I don't want to lose Koraidon yet. I'd rather just sit there, do good damage to Mew if nothing else. I can't play Iono. I played Sada to set up energy. What's the Artazon? What's the Artazon? Another Dunsparce probably? Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. And then I could go my last Dunsparce here. And yeah, you're not going to Iono. You're playing Jolting Box. And I get Dunsparce off the final one. Ugh, be for real. It is so annoying. Okay, I mean, Lunge Out feels fine. Just good damage on a Mew EX. And then I'm saving energy. I could even bench Gouging Fire, but I really do want to limit how many... What do you call it? Two-prize... But I don't want to put any two-prize Pokemon in play. I want to force them to take a single-prize KO. So I think in a situation like this, we go Ancient Booster Energy Capsule on... the active. We'll go Buddy-Buddy Poffin for another Dunsparce. Then I've got an energy to attach. Blazing Charge might be the vibe, just so I can go Chi-Yu for KO, if not Koraidon for a KO. We're not swinging for 170, but like whatever. They haven't taken a single prize card yet. We're doing 100 damage to their Mew EX. If they don't have a good play this turn, and they cannot use Pheasantipity, I mean, they're just taking one prize card. And again, the first person to take two prize cards in this matchup, similar to like the Ho-Oh box, I think is in just a much better spot. And they get rid of Blood Moon Ursa Luna and Iron Leaves. Both of those are fine discards. Iron Leaves is weak to 90% of this deck, and Blood Moon Ursa Luna, again, this deck is super weak to fighting. That's why we're playing the one of Koraidon. It just helps so much in a matchup like this. We got a Rod to bring back Koraidon and a Night Stretcher, and they go Boss's Orders, bring up the Koraidon. Are they really going to go in with Pikachu on Koraidon? Yo, it'd be for real. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Wait, are you serious? I mean, I respect it, I guess. I respect the hustle, man. Okay. This is fine. I do almost like Chi-Yu more, but I'm not going to mellow for anything. Let's just promote Dunsparce, right? Because even if I go 6, 12, 18, 24, yeah, I could... Oh my god, we got Counter Catcher. I need Boss. I was going to say I could go to Dunsparce EX. Let's go Dunsparce and just evolve out of the bench. I don't know if I want to use the EX yet. I don't. I like the Mela, not drawing any cards with Mela. I'd rather go Sada, and I get Lively Stadium too. Oh, man. I mean, if I go Secret Box, but I would need to Arven for Secret Box, and then I can't play Boss's Orders, and I'm not behind. We could also just do some chip damage on a Pikachu. I mean, that feels pretty sweet too, right? And you need, like, how do you get 3 energy on Pikachu? Unless you go Crystal, but you, I think, play Secret Box in this deck. Dunsparce might just be the tank of the century here. Like, this just might be the lad. Oh my god, you know what I could do? Okay, now this is using the brain. My game froze. Okay. We're going to wait a second, and then I'm going to explain my play. I had done this once before. I don't even remember what deck I'm playing, but it was such a funny play. We go Lively Stadium. We boost Pikachu's HP, right? And then I get rid of Lively Stadium next turn with Artazon, and Pikachu is just instantly KO'd because it'll have 10 HP left, and we're putting it back down to size. So I like this. This is such a goofy play. I love it so much. We're going to go Arven here. What are we taking off Arven? Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, sure. And, I mean, you know what? Honestly, just give me Night Stretcher. I don't want to take Secret Box, like, really at all. I don't think I need it. My hand is... I have everything in my deck except Boss's Orders and, like, whatever. We'll figure that out later. Your Pikachu is boosted. We're going to swing for 300 damage here with Tenacious Tail. And then I'm going to go Artazon next turn. Yeah, because, see, you stay at 220. You don't go to 190 HP. So now when I bump this stadium, your Pikachu will get KO'd. And then I will take 2 prize cards, and I will go for a 4 prize card turn next turn. So Pikachu is stuck. You are bench locked. You could play Areas Zero Under Depths, and then your Pikachu will die. Like, this is literally the funniest interaction ever. This deck is solid, man. Yeah, they just pass. Oh my god. I'm gonna ruin them here with the Dunsparce. Okay. Let's go Artazon now. And just take the KO on Pikachu. Nuts play. Give me the 2 prize cards. And now if I could get Boss's Orders, I get both my Gouging Fires. Not bad. I was going to say, the Iron Hands feels just so good to KO. I don't have a great way to pull it off, though. Oh, wait, no, they just promoted Iron Hands. Oh, my God, they're dense. They're so lost. They're like a lost puppy. They don't know what's going on, and that's okay. Do I want to play anything? Not really. I kind of want to just hold the hand. It's amazing. And I swing 240. Ah, that's right. Because I did take a KO. I'm not swinging 300. That's fine, though. Right? Is there any way I could dig a little bit deeper? I'm trying to think. I know there's a 12-second timer. I'm taking my time. If I go Iono, there's not really a good way I could retreat. We just swing for good damage. Arven doesn't guarantee me anything, so let's just swing 240. You got Iron Hands in the active. That's right. I totally forgot. I'm like, oh, we're swinging 300. I'll take a KO on Iron Hands again. No, I needed a Boss's Orders to take a KO on, like, Pheasantipity. But Pheasantipity's only... No, it's if they knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Yeah, they got Fez. And then I save Iono for if they take a KO this turn. They'll go back to 3 prize cards. Iron Hands is so much easier to KO now. And you fail the Nest Ball. You don't even have another Pikachu. You got a Lily's Clefairy. Does that get up to enough? Your Psychic Energy's on the Iron Hands. Wait. Hold on. I'm a little lost here. There's a full bench. 5, 10, times 2, 200, 220 I thought is your max, no? Because no one's got Area 0 Under Depths. Unless you play Area 0 Under Depths. You could play 3 more Pokemon, and then you could get up to 280. Yeah, okay, you know what? I stand corrected. You got Vessel, but you manual attached your energy already. So if you don't play Boss's Orders, there's another Psychic Energy. Yeah, if you don't play Boss's Orders, though, that Iron Hands is sitting in the active spot. And it is a... oh, you got Boss. Okay. But then I keep... You take 2 prize cards, so that's why you had to play the Boss. So you could go Ampy very much, take 2. Dunsparce is just still in play, though. Like, you still have to deal with this guy. This is still very much a threat. So, what do I want to do? Start setting up a Gouging Fire EX, honestly. It just blows up your board after this. Use Dudunsparce now. Leave the single prize Gouging Fire, because that's a single prize Pokemon that is going to be a nightmare with Black Belt's training, too, against my opponent. I could also Iono here. I really wish I had a great way to dig for... No, I don't even need a Boss's Orders. Dudunsparce's or whatever. We could just go Sada and just get some extra energy attached. This is fine. And then, do I put a 4th energy there? Nah, I don't think so. Just in case I need a Sada energy to someone else. I get double to Dunsparce. This is brutal. Now I could actually get rid of these guys and limit how many Pokemon are in play. So I don't think there's a world where my opponent could KO Dudunsparce or Gouging Fire because they're HP buff. So I think I definitely runaway draw here. I get a Boss as well. That's sweet. Do I want to runaway draw one more time or just leave it? I think we just leave it. In case they do play like a 1 of Iono, I've got a guaranteed draw 3. And if they boss up Dudunsparce to take the KO, well, then I've just got a Gouging Fire or Dudunsparce with my opponent's name on it. So let's just go Tenacious Tail, swing for 300. Yo, I talked about using Dudunsparce more in this match. I mean, we've showed off, I feel like, all the parts of this deck between these 3 games, man. We showed off the combos with the Gouging Fire EX. Last game, we were getting after it with, like, Koraidon. You know, we just used the single prize part of the deck more. I have not used Chi-Yu, surprisingly, which I did use Chi-Yu. I mean, it's just so good against Golden Go. Like, I use it against Golden Go a lot. But it's not the end of the world. Again, I am a Pokemon on my bench short. Even if you play Area 0 Under Depths, I don't think you could take a KO with Full Moon Rondo and Dunsparce. You need to get up to 280. And yeah, you just scoop here. There's nothing you can do. Good night. 3 games. 3-0. Gouging Fire EX. The deck is cracked. It's definitely a harder deck to play for some reason. It's definitely a little bit... I don't know. It's definitely harder than like Ho-Oh Box, Taro Box. It's definitely one of the harder turbo decks I've played. Definitely harder than like Raging Bull and stuff like that. Because you have to be so precise with the math and who you're taking KOs where in your prize mapping. But it is such a fun deck to play. Definitely recommend it. Give it a shot. This was a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, check out the Battle VIPs podcast. And yeah, with that being said, stay epic. Peace.